He was in the Hamptons, that he was feeling like he was morally blackmailed. He was telling people that he was digging his heels in further and saying, I'm going to bring Candace back. You know, you guys kind of bullied this ending. And by the way, that clip he's speaking about, I actually just saw it. It's from August, so the month before he lost his life. And here is Charlie in his own words about how he was feeling.
How is your relationship with Candace Owens nowadays?
She's a great friend. You know, look, I don't agree with everything Candace says, but you know what I don't do? I don't stop being friends with people just because people morally blackmail me. I don't do that, and you shouldn't either. Look, I have different views on things as Candace. I have different views on Israel than Candace. I have different views on a lot of geopolitics. But honestly, I traveled the country with Candace. I went to her wedding. I saw her meet her husband. I went to Israel with Candace, which is a fun story I'll tell you at some point. But what I don't like is when people demand, you must stop being friends with somebody. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a left-wing tactic. Don't do that. I'm not saying you do that, but other people do that. We should never resort to that. In fact, if you believe what I believe, shouldn't you want me to be friends with people that don't agree with us? Shouldn't you want me to also be a tool of influence? And so I think the world of Candace. She's a great mother. She certainly has very, very fun opinions at times. And she's a great talent. She says a lot of stuff that sometimes I don't agree with, but that's what makes our relationship and our friendship interesting. My advice to all of you, you might not like somebody, but never tell somebody like me to stop being friends with somebody on an interpersonal level just because of disagreement. It's bad. It's what the left does, and we should rise above it as conservatives. Thank you so much.
Charlie was a very loyal friend, and I'm going to continue to be a loyal friend to Charlie. I can't stand it. I cannot stand to see the lies that are being told. The people that are intentionally taking things that I say out of context, people that were trying to pretend that Charlie and I weren't friends. It is maddening, but I know that God never gives any person more than they can handle, and I can handle it. And I am handling it, and I want to get to the bottom of what was going on because I know he was under a tremendous amount of pressure. And like I said, I am hopeful that Erica will speak out more thoroughly. I know she's got so much to worry about right now. I mean, chairman, CEO, and still has to be a mother. Pray for her. Just pray for her, because it is a huge burden to have, and she'll get through it. She will get through it because she has faith in the Lord. I also want to get to this story because I want to tell you guys we are winning in a very big way, a lot. I think the awakening that's happening right now, left and right coming together, and I do want to shout out my lefties here because I felt like I was one of the only people on the right who was anti-vax before it was cool. Like none of my kids were vaccinated, and people thought it was wacky. But before I got there, the left stream moms were actually the ones that were like very on it with like, what did these products? And that was like a weird place that I didn't kind of fit in conservative land, being like vocally anti-vax, and took a huge risk in doing our Shot in the Dark series that's available on our website. I think it's the most important series for any parent to watch, whether you decide to do vaccines or not do vaccines. Please be educated. Get educated about each vaccine. You will be shocked when you learn the history of them, how they came together. Maybe not so shocked post-COVID, but you will, I think, be very shocked at how much they lie and delude. And we have all of this fear-based reaction to, in large part, accepting what is poison. And so Trump coming out and making a statement and calling this stuff poison and putting out a list of things that don't need to happen, I'm like, wow. Is he watching A Shot in the Dark? Has Trump signed up to CandaceOwens.com? Is he watching? Is he wearing a CIA hat and watching? I think so. And here's the statement that Trump made.
We want no mercury in the vaccine. We want no aluminum in the vaccine. The MMR, I think, should be taken separately. This is based on what I feel, the mumps, measles, and all the three should be taken separately. And it seems to be that when you mix them, there could be a problem.
I'm going to go to ads after
so
this.
There's no downside in taking them separately. In fact, they think it's better, so let it be separate. The chicken pox is already separate, because when that got mixed in, I guess they made it four for a while, it really was bad. So they make chicken pox. Individually, they're okay. When you mix them, something maybe happens. So there's no downside in doing it. It's not like, oh, if you do it, bad things. No, it's only good side. And it may not have that much of an impact, but it may have a big impact. So let those be taken separately. And then hepatitis B is sexually transmitted. There's no reason to give a baby that's almost just born hepatitis B. So I would say wait till the baby is 12 years old and formed and take hepatitis B. And I think if you do those things, it's going to be a whole different, it's going to be a revolution in a positive sense in the country.
I want to say this. The reason the government is coming out and saying this, if you have not been following the news, parents are pulling their kids out of school. I really, if you want to talk about a true turning point, and I said this a few episodes ago, I hope that what happens is that the world wakes up to the fact that the evil is taking place in the classroom. The reason why they are coming out and admitting some of these things is because they're fearful that they're going to lose. And I'm talking about the evildoers in this world, the psychopaths that have been poisoning us for generations, the people that have made America fat, the people that are putting Monsanto. They hate you. They hate me. For them, this is a religion, okay? And they wish to poison our offspring, their bodies and their minds. I want to be very clear. Both the bodies and the minds of your children are what they want. That is the one resource that they wish to own. It is our offspring. They poison our minds. That's why they want you to either abort your offspring. If you have your offspring, they want them to be fat, addicted to drugs, filled with pharmaceuticals and vaccines. That's the reality. And we have to say that, we have to declare that boldly because now they want our speech because people are waking up. But what you're seeing Trump say is a reaction to the amount of moms that are pulling their kids out of the public school system. And I want to be clear, not just public, private, okay? We began the process 3 weeks ago, of taking our kids out and realizing that we have to be radical because the psychopaths that rule the world are radical. And if you want to take ownership and actually invest in a better future, we have to be in control of exactly what sort of an education our children are receiving, okay? Because the psychopaths that rule the world are radical. And if you want to take ownership and actually invest in a better future, we have to be in control of exactly what sort of an education our children are receiving, okay? And everything that is wrong in America and that is wrong in this world is because we gave the government domain over our children. So if you want to be a radical, get your kids out of these schools. You can figure it out. That's what I want to say to you guys. You can figure it out. They make you think you can't. We are in their matrix. Let's get out of the psychopathic matrix. So I'm excited because that is really it's a sign of the times. It means parents are fighting and we're winning.